Hello creeps! Andy here, and today I want to rank for you all of the best Halloween books that exist out there. These aren't books that take place around Halloween or kind of have Halloween in the background. These are books that solely revolve around Halloween and that are perfect to read this October. So I'm going to rank them from my least favorite to my most favorite, but just know I love all of them, kind of with the exception of the first one. So let's just jump into it. The first one I have here is Hallowe'en Party by Agatha Christie. This is my least favorite Halloween story. First of all, I bought this one. I have it somewhere on my bookshelves. I can't find it. But I bought this under the name The Haunting in Venice because that's what the movie that they made was about this book. And so they reissued it with that title. So I buy the book, I read it, and there is no haunting, and it doesn't take place in Venice. And I'm like, what is going on? Already kind of pissed me off. That one's not Agatha's fault. But I read the book. It's about this Halloween party. It's a small town. They throw this big party. And as they're all, getting ready for this party, one of the young girls there says, well, I saw a murder once. And everyone's like, oh, okay, relax. No, you didn't. And they're all making fun of her. And she gets mad and she storms off. And then later that night, they find her drowned in an apple bobbing bin. And so they bring in a detective, and the detective tries to figure out that if what she said is the reason why she was murdered. Dun dun dun. However, I gotta tell you, I love the Agatha Christie books, the ones that I've read. This is my absolute least favorite from her. It's weird. It doesn't make a whole lot of sense. It's not well written. I have heard people say that this was like at the end of her career when she was kind of losing her touch on things. But even people who have read all of her books and love her still think that this is one of her least strong narratives. So, keep that in mind, but it does take place on Halloween if you want to read it. The next one is called Halloween Fiend by C.V. Hunt. This is just a short story novella, and it's about this town, and there's a monster in the town, and they call him Halloween. And every night they have to offer him a sacrifice, a live sacrifice. It's just about how the monster affects the town and kind of how they have to live their lives and what they do to not anger this monster. But it's also about the younger generation not wanting to adhere to the same rules as the older generation do. Next up, we have Richard Lehman's Allhallows Eve. Guys, I loved the beginning of this book. I thought this was going to be one of my favorite Halloween books. This is about a house in this town, and a murder took place there. So it's like the murder house of the town. It has like a bunch of lore attached to it. I don't think the killer was ever found. This year on Halloween, all the kids are getting invitations to a party at that murder house, and no one knows who's throwing it. No one knows what's going on. But you also have other characters in the town. You have like a mom and her son, you have a sheriff, you have, a bunch of different characters. You just go to different characters in the town and try to figure out what's going on with the story, who's throwing this party and stuff. I will say the first probably 70% of the book I absolutely loved. I thought, what a fantastic story. This is going to be so fun. It's a super easy read, but the last half, the last 30%, it gets weird. The last part of the book gets weird. I don't know. This is my second Richard Lehman book, and both of them have men doing horrible things to women in them. I'm not sure if this is a through theme to all of his books. The last one, it made sense because that's what the character did. This one, it just kind of came out of nowhere. And I'm like, what is happening? What is going on? I don't know, man. I don't know. A lot of people say that they don't like the ending of this book. I was warned about the ending. I still wanted to read it, and I'm so glad I did, but it's definitely not my favorite on the Halloween list of books to read. What a weird ending. Next one we have is Dead Leaves by Keelan Patrick Burke. This is 9 tales from the witching season. So I would say out of all of these, this is the only one that, even though the stories do take place on Halloween or around Halloween, I guess Halloween isn't the main focal point in all of the stories. So maybe this is kind of the odd man out in this list, but I still wanted to recommend it because it is a perfect October book to read. I guess it's more of a fall read than Halloween read, but yeah, we're in fall. But this one has just a bunch of different stories. You have haunted house and ghosts and all sorts of things. I really like this author's writing, and I've enjoyed everything that I've read from him. I think everything has been short stories or novellas, but yeah, I thought this was a pretty atmospheric fall read, so I wanted to include it in the list. Next up, we have Something Wicked This Way Comes by Ray Bradbury. My cat went through a book eating phase, so the corner is missing. But this is about two young boys in a town, and when a circus rolls in, they come to learn that the circus has a more sinister plot going on than the town originally thinks. This is really, really cute. It's not my favorite Bradbury book, and I don't remember it as much as I remember the others because the other ones I've read so many times. This one I think I've only read once or twice, but from what I remember, it's very poetically written, so that may either make you like it more or less depending on how you like your stories. But it's a cute story. I mean, a lot of these kind of read like YA kind of things. They're not full-blown horror, and I feel like they could be enjoyed by kids and adults. Not all of them. Oh my gosh, do not read All Hallows Eve to your child. Not all of them. But at least like the Ray Bradbury books and stuff. So yeah, it's a cute story. I highly recommend. I mean, it's just kind of a quintessential Halloween book. If you haven't read it, highly recommend picking it up. Next up, another Bradbury, The Halloween Tree by Ray Bradbury. This one, again, is such a cute story. This one I feel like is for kids too. But it's about these kids that go trick-or-treating, a group of friends, and they meet this man who has this Halloween tree that has jack-o'-lanterns all over it, and he takes them on this journey across space and time to understand the meaning of Halloween. But each new place that they go to corresponds to one of the costumes that the boys is wearing. It's a really freaking cute story. I have heard that this was made into a movie. I haven't seen it yet, but maybe I'll watch it this year for Halloween. But I mean, this is just one of the cutest books. And yeah, highly recommend. Next up, we have A Night in the Lonesome October. This is by Roger Zelazny. This is also a separate book, I think by Richard Lehman, if I'm not mistaken, a book with the same name. But this is like the mild one. This is the cutesy science fiction one. So this one is about a town. There are members in the town that are playing a game, for lack of better words. That's what they call it, but it's more than that. And there are openers of this game and there are closers of this game, and you don't know who else in the town is playing the game. So each of the people has an animal, and like the main guy has a dog, and the story is told from the perspective of his dog. So throughout the story, they're collecting ingredients that they need to either open or close this game. And then the dog is going on adventures, talking to like the neighbor's cat or the guy across town's bird or whatever, to try to garner more information, to try to figure out who is playing the game, who's an opener, who's a closer, where it's taking place, all of these things. This is one of the cutest stories ever. It is definitely more on the sci-fi side, but there's definitely some horror elements of it too, some vampires and people get murdered and stuff. It's not just a cutesy story, but it is really cute. It's also told, like each chapter correlates to a day in October. So chapter 1 is October 1st, chapter 2 is October 2nd. So I was recommended to read it that way. So each day I read a chapter of the book, and I think that's so cute. It's just another fun, like kind of interactive way to read the book as it's going along. You know, you're reading on the day that corresponds with what these people are doing. It's just a cute book. It's adorable. Like one of the things that they have to do is collect starlight and stuff. It's just adorable. It's adorable. I highly recommend. I didn't get to reread it this year because I have a lot of like monster reading on my list for October, but I hope to get back to it and read it again next year because that's how cute it was. The next one is no surprise if you have been on this channel for a while, but Norman Partridge's Dark Harvest. I absolutely love this book. I love the lore of this story. I love the feel of it. So this is about a small town, and there's something called the October Boy, and every year on Halloween, the kids in the town must go and try to kill the Halloween boy, the October Boy? October Boy, so sorry. The October Boy before Halloween ends, and then whoever kills him gets this prize. But the descriptions in this book of how this October Boy, he has like the head of a pumpkin and his body is filled with candy and he smells like cinnamon sticks and gunpowder. It's just so unreal. This is one of my favorite short story novel things ever. I think it's so cute. It's so perfect for October, and I adore that one. But my absolute favorite Halloween read for this time of year is Ray Bradbury's The October Country. I know, he kind of has a monopoly on October books, but this one is my favorite. This is just a book of short stories, but they are so cute and perfect for Halloween. There's some that are more spooky, there's some that are more mild, but you have fun houses, you have vampires. It's just a bunch of different things. There's also pictures that are drawn in this book too, which I really like. I don't know, there's something about having pictures in a book of short stories that I just love. So this is my absolute favorite October read. There you have it, my friends. A quick, easy video for you. Wow, I didn't ramble on for 3 hours. That is unusual. Let me know what your favorite October books are, or Halloween books specifically. I will be making another video on other books that are good to read during October too, so don't worry, I have other recommendations coming for you. So I'll work on that video and I'll have that out for you soon. I hope you guys are having a wonderful October so far. Let me know what you're reading this month, and I will see you soon with another horror video. Bye guys!